Good evening and welcome back. It's a pleasant Monday. It's the game plan. My name is Godfred Akotobuafo and it sure is good to be back. I missed you, but Fifi Anaman held the fort with Thomas Freeman last week. And hey, thanks to those guys. He's sitting right here, Fifi Anaman, for those of you who can't see him, but I can. He handles everything for me. All right, so as usual, we are live on Facebook, but also highlights available on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere. You can catch the game plan as I share my thoughts and a few tidbits on sports with you every evening from Monday to Thursday. So keep watching and tell a friend to also watch. Okay, today, lots of things to talk about. We're going to go through the Ghana Premier League. Huge week with very huge repercussions based on certain results. We're going to talk Black Stars. We're going to talk athletics. Big things happening. So tighten your seatbelt and let's get the show on the road. Okay, let me start with the Ghana Premier League. And what a weekend it was. It was the end of round 1, match day 15. And it was fantastic. Look, the crowds were amazing. Sometimes I think we tend to, overstate how boring the league is, I would say. But this week round's matches proved otherwise. I saw the Elmina Sharks versus Cape Coast Ebusua Dwarfs game at the Indom Stadium. The atmosphere was brilliant. If you were in Accra and you went to the Dansoman Carl Randolph Park for Liberty versus Accra Hearts of Oak, you could queues, just going till as far as the eyes can see. It was fantastic atmosphere, all kinds of dignitaries. There were about 7 ministers at that game who just showed up to come and watch a good game of football. Okay, let me start though with the Accra Hearts of Oak result. Now, Accra Hearts of Oak have been on a good run, right? And Nuttall, he's doing a good job. Solid, well-organized team. They are not at their peak yet, but solid all-round team. They showed up in Dansoman, and boy, oh boy, did they butter my dear Liberty professionals. 3-0 with Thomas Abe scoring twice and Cosmos Dauda also adding another. Liberty had no response to the Hearts of Oak onslaught. Hearts of Oak brought the money and left with the most important one, the 3 points. And at the end of the game, very interesting thing happened to Thomas Abe, Accra Hearts of Oak captain and current hero. Check this out. All right, so it was like church, with his box or the collection going around. But that is how we show appreciation in our game, We do ours differently. In Europe, you get a fat bonus. In Ghana, you just hand out a box and then the supporters will give you your bonus. That is how we do our own here. But I think Thomas Abe deserves it. I think if there's an award for the most improved player in the league, it should go to this chap, formerly of Windy Bay. Sakedi Takrade boy, I have heard. And he's captain now and he's playing brilliant football. He's not the most skillful, but he's the hardest worker on the park. He has character and he's added goals to his game, which is very important, which made it even more surprising that Maxwell Kunedu, during his so-called scouting, could not identify this talent and name him to the local Black Stars team and picked a player, Paul Fachi, who was registered on Thursday. Listen to this. They called up somebody to the Black Stars. He was registered on Thursday, played football on Saturday, was called up to the Black Stars the following Thursday. Where in God's name does this thing happen? Meanwhile, that player plays in the same position as Thomas Abe. They don't play different positions. So I'm not comparing a defender and a midfielder or a striker and a midfielder. I'm talking about like for like. Paul Fachi of Accra Great Olympics and Thomas Abe. And they picked the player who has played 1 Premier League match over Thomas Abe. Criminal. Criminal, absolutely criminal. But I digress. Thomas Abe is my man of the week. Fantastic performance. I watched the game and he was good. But not just him. There's the guy who wears the number 3 shirt for Accra Great for Accra of Oak. Leonard also deserves honorable mention. Fantastic player he is. He does all the dirty work for Accra of Oak. And things are moving well for them. At the moment, they are very happy. They are laughing at their friends in Kumasi. Why? Because Kumasi Sante Kotoko have now gone 8 straight Premier League games without a win. Now, their new coach, Stephen Pollack, was not on the bench. He was in the stands observing the game, even though he had conducted training this week. But he was in the stands monitoring the game. And Tema Youth were the better side. Yeah, they were the better side. They could have won the game easily. They hit the bar in the first half. Dominated possession. Kotoko also had good chances, I must admit. But in the end, Tema Youth went without a point. But Thomas, Wilfred Kweko Sepama, is he a magician or what? The team went to Kumasi on Friday. And for 2 days, nobody knew where Tema Youth was. How? Look, this is no joke. People actually went around the hotels in Kumasi asking. And Kumasi is the kind of place where if you're coming to play Kotoko and you're an opposing team, it's very hard to hide yourself. Because the hotels themselves will give you up that you are hiding there. So everybody knows where you are. But for 2 days, Tema youth were in Kumasi. They didn't train. They didn't do anything. Nobody knew where they were. Sunday, they just stood up at the pitch in their bus, played out a goalless draw, and left. Now, Kumasi Kotoko, reverse fixture when the second league starts, will have to visit them in Tema. And I'm sure Wilfred Kwekwa Sepalma will be licking his lips at the prospects of defeating his side. Yeah, Kwekwa Sepalma is a self-confessed Kumasi Kotoko fan, but I doubt he'll be doing them any favors this week. So fantastic result for them. Well, league leaders Wafa also did the business against Inter Allies over the weekend. They won by 2-0. Looked very comfortable doing that. It looked like they've gotten over, the 2-1 loss at Akrasofok. And by doing that, they've actually opened up a lead now. They've now opened up a 2-point lead because Ediana drew in the Bona Hafo derby with Bichim. So 1-1 over there means that Wafa are now outright league leaders. Fantastic result it will be if they're able to keep this up. We'll be keeping an eye out. And I know Fifi Anaman is always saying a prayer for Wafa. He's like a new fan of Wafa. He's a new convert. He's been a Wafa fan for like 2 months now. Used to be an Inter Allies fan. But now he's like, short-term Wafa fan. So, and there are a few of them out there as well. But Wafa play really, really good football. For those of you who had the opportunity to watch the game on Saturday, what did you make of their performance? They keep the ball so well. Very, very frustrating. Ashimeru, Majid, Gideon, Waja, they all play these kind of things. But, well, that is the nature of the game. Still watching the game plan? I'll be right back with more. Okay, so I'm going to go a bit into Europe with Ghanaian performances because it was pretty busy. Andre Ayew. Oh, my God. Did you see that mess? Now, they were hammered, and I mean West Ham, hammered by Liverpool at home by 4-0. But the miss of the season, no competition on this one. Andre Ayew takes it. Miss of the season. 2 times, right in front of goal, Andre Ayew missed it. But that is not to say it was bad news for the Ayew family. Jordan and his Swansea side have retained their Premier League status. Paul Clement's boys will be playing Premier League football next season. And I must admit, slow start to life at Swansea by Jordan Ayew. But in the past 4 weeks, he came to the fore, not as a striker, but more as a runner with the ball to create space for the likes of Gylfi Sigurdsson and Fernando Llorente to score the goals. And he's done his job well. And that is why next season he is going to have perhaps more of a say in how many games he plays for Swansea. So, good one for him. But another player who scored a goal is our current MVP in the league, Latif Blessing. Frustrating start to life in the MLS with Kansas City. But this weekend, it all came to the fore. On Mother's Day, he scored twice. And he shared it on Facebook with this post. Relative small American boy good day, Charlie. You should check out his Instagram. It's pretty interesting. The boy is using all his money to buy clothes. I don't know, but that's what he seems to be doing. But also happening in Europe, incredible achievement for young Raphael Jamna. Scored his 30th goal of the season. 30 goals by a Ghanaian player in Europe. I don't remember the last time we even discussed those kind of numbers for a Ghanaian striker. In Austria and in Switzerland, Raphael Jamna has scored 30 goals. And I, for one, can't wait to see him play for the Black Stars. There is no excuse not to call Raphael Jamna for the Black Stars. There will be chaos on the game plan, I'm telling you, if Raphael Jamna does not make the Black Stars squad. And last but not the least on our trip around Europe, there was a hat-trick for Gilbert Kumsin as well for Sogndal. Incredible achievement, scoring 3 goals for the young man in Norway. He seems to have taken Mahatma Otu's shine at Sogndal, so much so that Mahatma Otu has been loaned to a club in Turkey, but Kumsin seems to be doing the job just fine. And some transfer activity. Rumors have it that Everton have made Baba Rahman one of their top targets for the coming transfer season. Now, he's a left back, and they have Leighton Baines, who's one of the best left backs in the Premier League, but age seems to be catching up with Leighton Baines. And we're told Ronald Koeman is busily looking at Baba Rahman as a first option, even though he's injured, to replace it. But Schalke also will be talking to Chelsea about keeping him for next season, even though he got injured playing for them. Also reports that AC Milan are pretty interested in Baba Rahman. So as usual, a lot of talk about Baba Rahman. And the thing with Baba Rahman is this: every time his name is mentioned with transfers, it's with a big club. Even before he went to Chelsea, he had been linked with Roma, he had been linked with Arsenal, he had been linked with AC Milan. And these were all legitimate links. Baba Rahman is not the kind of player where you say there are rumors. I think he's transcended that now with that move to Chelsea. So Everton looks like a concrete offer from Ronald Koeman will be made. AC Milan looks like they're also looking to rebuild for the future. And Baba Rahman is one of the players that they are eyeing. And hopefully, you know, Chelsea will let them go. I don't think he's going to go back to Chelsea with the form Marcos Alonso has showed. So he should eschew Chelsea for now and focus on getting a club where he's going to get some proper game time and move on. All right, let's talk Black Stars issues now. Now, you know, it's been what? What's today's date? 15th. Okay. Now, it's been 15 days since Kwesi Appiah started work, even though he started work on a holiday, 1st May, right? He will be unveiled tomorrow. Yeah, at the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Appiah will be unveiled officially as the Black Stars coach, so we can ask him some questions then. That is the moment we are going to ask the hard questions. Criteria for selecting Black Stars players who are going to constitute his backroom staff. How much salary is he going to earn? You know, that kind of thing. All those answers that you people like to hear. So, Kwesi Appiah will be unveiled tomorrow, and he will start work with the local Black Stars, who will begin camping as well tomorrow in Pram Pram. Now, their calendar is pretty strange, right? So the 30 players who were called form the first batch of players. A second batch of 15 will be called after these guys have completed their 2 weeks. Now, these guys have been called in because the local Black Stars have a friendly game against Egypt coming up very soon, and they want to use these guys to play that game. After that, a second batch of local Black Stars players will be called in for observation by Kwesi Appiah because they have a huge tournament coming up. Chan qualifiers are coming soon, and there's a Wafu tournament going to happen in Ghana, 1 month long, going to happen in Cape Coast and in Takrad. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be following that tournament. Lots of local talents coming to Ghana, so I'll be following all those talents around. So that's why the local Black Stars are in camp. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Congratulations to the Black Starlets. Who watched the game? Who watched the game? Who watched the game? Who watched the game? Look, this is the Black Starlets that bring back memories, right? Oh my God. Eya, Sule, Alassane, Lave. You know, Lave's father is Hope Lave. Those of you know your football, you know who I'm talking about. Hope Lave. Tema boy. Fantastic player. And most of these kids are in secondary school in Kumasi. We have Amas students in there. We have CAS students in there. We have Okes students in there. And the football was fantastic. I love the chap in the number 6 jersey for Ghana. Yeah, Charity Stars captain. I love the guy in the number 7 as well. Sule is his name. He's not going to be like Sule Muntari. This guy is far more skillful. But I loved the way they played unhinged. That is how Ghana plays football. You know, Charlie, the movement was sweet. So 4-0, 1 win away from qualifying for the World Cup. It's been a while. We've not been to the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in a very long time. And all they have to do is beat Gabon, which is not easy, considering that Gabon are the host nation. But if they're able to get a result against Gabon, Ghana and Pakwesi Fabian, hey, you'll be back at the World Cup, and we are hoping that you'll be able to do it on the biggest stage of all. So fantastic results there. All right, I'm going to end with some athletics news. 2 pieces of good news have happened there, right? We've qualified some more athletes for the World Championship. Now, we all know Janet Amponsa had qualified in the 200 meters. She ran a personal best. Now, we can confirm that triple jumper Nadia Eke has also qualified. Now, she did her lifetime best leap this season. She leapt, let's see, 14.10 meters was her mark, even though it falls short of, she leapt 13.93 meters. Now, the triple jump standard for the World Championship is 14.1 meters, so she's still far away from it. But here's the catch. She qualified because she's the area champion. That means she's the African champion at the triple jump. And based on that, she qualifies automatically for the World Athletics Championship. So she does not need to even make the qualifying mark to qualify. So congratulations to Nadia Eke, but she needs to improve. If the triple jump standard is 14.1 meters and your lifetime best is 13.93. Obviously, you have a lot of work to do when you get to the World Championship. So we'll be keeping our fingers crossed for her. Also qualifying in the 400 meters is Emmanuel Dasso. Now, interesting, Dasso won Ghana's Fastest Human season 2, the reality show, you know, by Rex Brobe. He won season 2 and won a scholarship as part of that. But he won it in the 100 meters. But he seems to have found a niche in the United States running in the 400 meters. And he also ran a personal best of 45.43 seconds. 45.43 seconds. So he has also qualified for the World Athletics Championship. So Ghana now has 3 qualified athletes. Let me go over them again. Janet Amponsa, Nadia Eke, and Emmanuel Dasso. Our relay team is still unqualified. We'll be waiting to see how that goes. If by the end of qualifying times they are part of the top 16 teams in the world, they will automatically qualify for the World Athletics Championship. So that is all the good news I have brought to you on the game plan. If you have any questions, you can send them in our comment section or you can inbox us. As usual, my name is Godfred Akoto-Boafo. Catch you tomorrow, 9 p.m. See ya.